For me, every CISV experience is really about the people. And this is my first IPP, so it's the first program I've done with only adults. And there are so many different people here.
I'm from Portugal.
I'm from Ecuador. I live in Quito, the capital.
I'm from Sweden.
I'm from Denmark.
I came from Portugal.
I am from Ecuador, Quito.
So I'm from Austria, from Graz.
I am from Portugal, from Lisbon.
IPP is an International Peoples Project, that's what the acronym stands for. So it's basically a way for us to take CISV's mission, so all of the educational content areas, sustainable development, diversity, human rights and conflict and resolution, and take it out of an insulated environment so we can bring it into the community and see how we implement those things in the real world.
IPP is CISV's only adult-only program, and it's our only project-based program. So the founding goal of IPP was to find a need in the community and then fill that need.
So we're focusing here on sustainable development and working with different partner organizations to try to get involved in projects that help us better understand what kind of environmental issues we face here in Jacksonville.
For me, an IPP is a CISV program, but it's the first CISV program that you actually interact with the community. So instead of being closed in the place, talking about the problems, you are actually out there solving or trying to solve and learning about the problems. So it's super interesting because you are hands-on on the problem and you interact with people from different backgrounds.
We are learning about the environment here in Jacksonville. We are learning also about the people, about the communities, how they work.
The group feeling is amazing. You get to meet a lot of people from all around the world, adults from all around the world, and have really interesting conversations and touching on different subjects.
One of the main goals for IPP is to explore the theme in the host country, but we're also getting to explore sustainable development in a global context. So it's great for me because I'm from Jacksonville and I'm getting to know the local community so much better, which I really appreciate. But also through discussions and cultural activities, you really realize that every issue is a global issue.
My favorite part about this whole experience has been learning about the new innovative ways that Jacksonville has to deal with sustainable development problems. I've never heard of a lot of them, and I'm really happy that I get to learn and maybe talk about them in Lisbon when I go back.
So yesterday at the food bank, we worked with all the volunteers there. It's mostly a volunteer-based project. And we did everything from unloading truckloads of cantaloupes from grocery stores to dividing up the types of food into meals that would be sent out.
We were just packing and classifying food, seeing if we're in the right conditions, watching just checking the expiration date.
We all have a role, and I think we did it really great. I think Steph said that we may help to 2,000 plates, dishes to families. So I think everyone feels so great after that.
My favorite part was learning about microplastic, because I didn't know that we have a problem in Austria too, maybe.
There was people from the National Park and the Timocon Preserve that they presented us about the microplastics. We went to the river and we take water samples, and so the objective was to find microplastic.
I learned about microplastics, that they are in cosmetics. I didn't know that, and that they are not only in the Atlantic and the Pacific with these big plastic islands, I know that, but that they are also in the rivers and the creeks and the lakes.
When
We were at Groundwork Jax. We were working with the teenagers that come from the community, and we were planting grasses along the sidewalks, and then we were picking up garbage.
I loved it because it was to wash the water. We were having really the end into the earth.
At Guana, we were removing an invasive species, and the park kind of has claim to all the land there, so we were actually on private property, and the owners of that property had called into Guana because they realized it was an invasive species, and it's an elderly man who doesn't have the ability to weed that himself, but he knew that that was going to have a greater impact on the community, so he had us come in and do the removal for him.
It was amazing because we could really see the change from when we got there and later when we left.
I think that the campers get the opportunity to share cultural experiences with each other, just kind of form those relationships so that places on the map feel a little bit more personal, like they have a more personal connection to them. But there is definitely a deeper understanding of, I think specifically with IPP, we have a deeper understanding of what's happening here in Jacksonville. I'd say to someone though who wants to do an IPP that it's really important to keep an open mind, to not come with too many expectations, and to just allow whatever unfolds to be what shapes you as a person.
People really want to do something and sometimes they don't know how. And IPP is such an amazing way for them to learn, to do something and to bring something back to their countries.
Anyone who wants to try this, I really support that person because you're going really to learn about a lot of things about people, in this case about environments and about leadership.
It's a very door-opening and mind-opening experience, and you really do see a lot of things from a different perspective. You will see ways of dealing with those problems. You will see solutions that you would never learn if you had stayed within your community.